episode 1 is utterly bonkers.
What are you doing?
There's a mystery, it all comes together.
Why is it so scary?
It's terrifying.
It's so creepy and slimy and gross. And the chap playing him was lovely.
It's about two people learning how to get on with each other, actually learning to love each other and trust each other and becoming the best of friends.
I'd love it if you came with me.
And out they go onto a prehistoric landscape, and there's a wide open plain full of brontosauruses. Here she watches a butterfly fluttering down, and Ruby steps on it.
Oh!
Ruby turns to face him.
What's wrong?
She's now got the face of a lizard.
Did I do something wrong? Because I am Rubathon Blue of the 57th Hemisphere. And I do not do wrong things, Doctor.
The Jurassic scene was quite a big undertaking for us. It's a lot of visual effects. Millie had to be wearing a prosthetic, which we had to design. It felt like a really big bang opening to our show.
There was a lot of debate around this, because obviously we've done reptile, lizards, dinosaur-y people in Doctor Who before. Well, we don't want to be a Silurian, but we want to be in that world. But also, Russell was very specific, make her cute. So there was a bit of back and forth on how to achieve that cuteness.
If you have made an incorrect accusation, I will have to kill you.
No. Just wait a minute.
It's very thin rubber so that it all flexes and really moves and stretches with it. So there's literally millimeters of texture on there, and that will be glued on and blended in. So we just used her own chin, so we kept it as minimal around her mouth as possible. So there was a neck prosthetic, face prosthetic, and then this wig and all that kind of thing. We created some little antennae that had to come out the wig. So we made a little plate with magnets, so we could put the prosthetic on, put the wig on, and then we could just pop the antennae on magnets, so they could be on her head.
I did not think I'd be looking like this one day.
I think we did the whole makeup in under 2 hours. Millie was a little bit nervous of it. She never had any prosthetics on before, but as soon as she saw what she looked like, she really got in the swing of it. I think she thoroughly enjoyed herself, actually.
What are you doing?
Nothing, just...
I think we should bring her back. I think there should be a spin-off series. What happened when that little pocket of time ceased to exist? Where did Rubathon Blue go? There's a story.
Hello, space babies.
Hello, Daddy.
This episode is a great chance for our set designers. It's throwing Ruby into brand new worlds that she's never seen before, and the way she meets it and challenges and isn't thrown by it, and it's a great set, that one.
It was really cool. It was fun to just have a bit of a play around with the whole corridors and like going in through, and there was so much to act with. Jocelyn's lair, I really loved, just with like how much the prop designer designed it, with all the stuff that Jocelyn's like collected over the years.
She looks as though she's a kind of little bit of a hoarder. It's kind of packed, it's quite a small space. And I think she's kind of just made herself as small as possible, but with like loads of lovely things around her and things that she needs. It was actually a bit cleaner than I thought it was going to be.
So it was just such a beautiful set, and I wouldn't say beautiful, but it was really fun to work in. It was such a quirky place.
It was described, I think, as a dark ship, and then we had a below decks where there were lots of corridors and it was snotty. Then we also had corridors upstairs, which is where the babies inhabited. That felt like it should be cleaner. I thought it might be nice if it's more like a nursery or it's more like a paediatric section of a hospital. So we thought it might also give us a nice contrast for the above decks and the below decks. The ingenious babies found a way to control the space station. Because they were too small to operate the controls, they did that by a series of Heath Robinson contraptions. When we started thinking about what kind of things they would use, we kind of realised the only things really at their disposal that they'd be familiar with would be toys.
And I pull this string and that string. I'm not sure what they do, but I pull them very hard.
And so we've got this network of pulleys and levers strung across the whole control room, which allow the babies to operate, and looks really chaotic and like mayhem.
Blur.
Oh, we're on a baby farm!
One of the rooms on the spaceship is the parthenogenesis room, which is basically a baby farm. So Barry and his team in props created this amazing room full of babies in tubes, which was simultaneously creepy and amazing.
So we had a lot of conversations about that. Some people thought it might be sinister. Some people think it's a bit unnerving. I think it's kind of beautiful, actually.
We're going to do a test today, so there's no surprises on Monday. Because we don't want any water leaking on the set. So we're going to fill all of these up, get them bubbling away. That's our baby there. That breathes, that baby. See its chest going.
Fun. Cuteness and weirdness everywhere. It was weird seeing babies in tubes. But that's the madness of Doctor Who.
Yeah, this stuff is slippery roots, be careful.
Oh my god. Oh, this is disgusting. Don't call me Rubes.
This is samples and makings of the Bogeyman snot. This is made with latex, and we're going to stretch it and dress it in set. I am going to aim at getting 500 pieces done, as it's a big corridor we're going to be dressing. So we're using a brushable, mouldable latex. We've got a hairdryer just to create a texture on top of the latex, so it doesn't sit so smooth. So we've got various different points that the snot looks like it's been splattered. After that, we are using a form of dirty down to create different colours and hits in certain areas. With the painting side of things, we're pretty much doing a dip. I've got 3 different washes of green, and then we're leaving it to dry.
This is the Bogeyman's lair. Up here we've got snot tubes, which drip out in action, snot and tissues. And then we'll go throughout the set today, wetting them down, making sure it's all gunky and gross. It's made of latex. It's all expandable and stretchy, and it's all basically just stapled in. And then they've done some slime and some snot. So it's kind of like a mixture of resin, I think, glycerin and latex.
Morning. Yay!
Everyone's favourite Bogeyman.
These are the wires going on for the airlock rig, which will suspend me horizontally, so it looks like I'm being drawn out to space. And then these are the new pair of hands, as opposed to having mechanized fingertips. This time I'm just holding onto a bar inside, and these are kind of wired, posable fingers. Third finger is unmovable metal kind of thing. So we'll grip onto the panel in the floor.
Yeah, that looks really good.
If it's the same as yesterday, you're going to have 10-15 seconds at the window.
Yeah.
Then we get that moment of there's something not right.
Yeah.
Maybe a look, what's going on.
Yeah.
Then we get the grab on.
The hooks.
Then you'll get the lift up.
Yeah.
And then you'll get the call to go back, and then you're grabbing onto the...
Great.
Okay.
Got it.
And let's roll, please.
Here we go, Rob.
Okay, settling then, please. Cameras are set and running.
Here we go.
And action.
Oxygen field at 6%.
Felt quite exhilarating, to be honest, because all the weight's taken off your legs. It's a very different sensation to the other shoot, but it kind of lifts a lot of the weight of the suit off, so it's quite freeing, really. Felt like actually flying.
Shall we turn it off?
Yes, I think we should.